Hello, Nat here. Let's see what's making news. There's a feud going on at the moment between the US government and one of the world's biggest AI companies.
Anthropic.
That's a name US President Donald Trump is now trying to stamp out of his administration.
Because last week he took to Truth Social, ordering all federal agencies to stop using Anthropic's AI services, including their chatbot Claude.
Which has until now been used in classified US military operations for intelligence analysis, simulation, cybersecurity operations, among other techie things. But recently, things got tense.
The US military has been pretty keen to get unrestricted access to Claude's abilities.
Anthropic wasn't exactly comfortable with this. They were worried about Claude being used for surveillance and to develop weapons.
Leading to Anthropic's CEO deciding they wouldn't cooperate with the Pentagon.
That's the name of the US's defense headquarters. The Pentagon hit back, labeling Anthropic a supply chain risk to national security, which means that any company working for the Department of War would pretty much have to shun Anthropic. That's a pretty serious blow. But in a strange turn of events, Anthropic's actually seen a spike in users.
Claude has just overtaken OpenAI's ChatGPT as the #1 free app on Apple's App Store in the US. OpenAI, by the way, is the company the US government has just made their new AI provider. Their CEO Sam Altman says they've penned a new agreement with the Department of War.
Even though he says OpenAI also has similar guardrails to Anthropic around how its AI can be used.
If you head outside tonight and look to the skies, you might catch a glimpse of something pretty special. A blood moon, also known as a total lunar eclipse, happens when the moon passes through the Earth's shadow. And kind of like how our skies turn orange at sunset, the moon turns that colour as it gets hit by sunlight that's been filtered through the Earth's atmosphere. It'll be Australia's last lunar eclipse until 2029, so make sure you go check it out. Now it's time to meet Joanne, a 17-year-old Formula 4 driver from Victoria who's gearing up to race at the Kyoto Cup in Japan. Check it out.
This is Joanne. She's had a passion for motorsports since she was just 9 years old.
Starting at such a young age, you don't really have that fear and you just want to go faster.
In 2023, she traded karts for F4 cars, which she says kickstarted her career.
It was certainly life-changing because I'm here today and that passion that has grown over time has been stronger than ever now.
Just last year, Joanne was chosen to race in F1 Academy as their youngest driver.
Joanne Ciconti round the outside.
Racing at some of the biggest Grand Prix around the world was such a privilege and awesome experience. And this year I'm racing in the Kyoto Cup in Japan.
The program offers female drivers from around the world mentorship, training, and a chance to participate in Formula One weekends. While there are currently no women racing in the F1, Joanne says she's gunning to be Australia's very first female Formula One champion.
The support behind women in motorsport has grown so much, and it's amazing to see how many girls are involving themselves, whether it's on or off track in motorsport.
Oh. Now it's time for some stories that'll make you want to do a double take. First up, to actor Jim Carrey, who's been in the news lately for making a rare public appearance at an awards show in France.
Merci beaucoup, c'est très gentil.
Yeah, not only did he speak French for the entirety of his 5-minute-long speech, but folks online reckon he also looked a bit different. Some suggested he'd been replaced by a clone. One makeup artist even trolled people into thinking it was him, wearing a prosthetic mask. But in a statement made by Jim's reps, they confirmed it was actually Jim. He just looked a little bit different. Now to a bunch of dogs in the US. These pups are movie stars, and they've all gathered for the annual Fido Awards. It's just like the Oscars, but for dogs. Now in its 20th year, the competition is all about celebrating the role dogs play in bringing film stories to life. And finally, to 1,200 frogs being loaded up in the back of a car for a journey across New South Wales to the small town of Nundle. These Burralong frogs were once a common sight here, but went locally extinct after some big droughts between 2017 and 2019. Now that these fellas have been released, they'll be monitored every now and again to make sure the population's doing well. Well, that's all from us today. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.